India sends military plane C-17 Globemaster to Iran to bring back nationals. Military aircraft to arrive in New Delhi on Tuesday. Over 1.1 lakh people affected globally so far, more than 3,800 deaths. Centre ramps a coronavirus battle effort. Several meetings held throughout the day. Health Minister says government is prepared to tackle any situation. Cabinet Secretary also assesses situation. Total number of confirmed cases in India climbs to 44. Probe gathers pace after government and RBI's action over Yes Bank issues. CBI officials carry out raid at 7 locations in Mumbai. Rana Kapoor and family made accused in the central agency's case. CBI issues lookout circular for 7 co-accused. Indian boxers display their powers in the Asian Olympic qualifiers in Jordan, succeed in staking claim to 8 Tokyo Olympic sports. And it's the festival of colours, Holi. Holika Dahan takes place in different parts of the country. The spirit and fervour of Holi can already seen to be mounting in several places of religious significance like Mathura and Varanasi. Welcome and namaskar all of you in the world of Doordarshan. I am Kiran Jha with the big stories of the day. The Indian Air Force C-17 Globemaster military aircraft will bring Indians back from coronavirus hit Iran on Tuesday. Military transport aircraft already sent to Iran bring back Indians stranded in the coronavirus hit nation. And about 2,000 Indians are living in Iran, a country that has witnessed increasing numbers of coronavirus cases in the last few days. 65 to 80 Indians national will come back from Iran. The numbers can increase also. The team will also bring back samples from Iran and all the passengers will be quarantined in Air Force Base in Hindon. It will be the second such evacuation by C-17 Globemaster in the last 2 weeks. And on February 27, 76 Indians and 36 foreign nationals were brought back from Chinese city of Wuhan by the aircraft of the Indian Air Force. India had already brought back 890 Indians and other nationals till date. The aircraft has also taken a consignment of medical supplies to China to help it deal with the crisis. C-17 Globemaster is the largest military aircraft in the Indian Air Force's inventory. Central and state governments are fighting the spread of coronavirus infection tooth and nail. Apart from enforcing travel restrictions, they assures at the multiple front and being taken to ensure the virus doesn't spread, including efforts to generate the awareness to ensure optimum precautions without going into panic. Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan and senior government officials like the Cabinet Secretary have been holding regular meetings and sharing all the relevant information with the nation. 5 more cases of the coronavirus were confirmed in the country on Monday, taking the total to 44. Here are the details.
The central government has been alert to the rising coronavirus cases in the country. Regular meetings have been held by the Union Health Minister, Cabinet Secretary and other officials at the centre and ministers and officials in different states. Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan held a review meeting related to the Delhi government and municipal corporations' efforts to tackle the outbreak. He assured the nation that the government has made all possible arrangements to deal with any kind of situation.
तो मैं देशवासियों को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि हम सब प्रकार की तैयारियां कर रहे हैं. कोई भी ऐसा जो रास्ता है उसको हम नहीं छोड़ रहे हैं.
The meeting was attended by Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, 3 mayors of the 3 municipal corporations and senior officials. Sunday saw the Health Minister holding a meeting with WHO's Regional Director. WHO has expressed satisfaction over India's measures to curb the contagion. 8.74 lakh flyers have been screened so far at the country's airports. Over 16,500 travellers have been screened at over a dozen seaports. Over 11.5 lakh travellers have also been thermal screened at land borders. Over 30,000 travellers among these have been kept under the ambit of community surveillance. The number of labs where COVID-19 suspected samples can be tested have gone up from 15 to 46. The minister further informed that regular assessment meetings are on with other state governments as well, and all states have been asked to form rapid action teams to tackle the spread of the virus.
मीटिंग को बुलाने का मकसद ये था कि दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट को हम आगाह करें कि वो केसेस अगर बढ़ जाए किसी भी कारण से, कम्युनिटी में ट्रांसमिशन बढ़ जाए, तो उसके लिए सारी तैयारियां उस समय ना करने की बजाय आज करके रखें। यही हम सारे सरकार के जितनी भी देश में स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स हैं सबके साथ इसी प्लेन पे हम लोग बातचीत कर रहे हैं।
The government has said that those hoarding masks and sanitizers will be dealt with strictly. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that his government and the centre are working in close coordination to curb the disease. He said a campaign will be launched to make people aware of the precautionary measures to keep coronavirus at bay.
यहाँ पे अभी तक जो डेवलपमेंट्स हुई हैं और जो कार्रवाई की गई है उसका एक रिव्यू किया गया और आगे क्या क्या एक्शन लेने की ज़रूरत है उसके ऊपर चर्चा की गई। अभी तक दोनों सरकारें काफ़ी कोऑर्डिनेटेड तरीके से काम कर रही हैं।
Meanwhile, the number of coronavirus infected people nationwide has gone up to 43, with 4 new cases being confirmed on Monday. 1 case each was confirmed in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir and Kerala's Ernakulam. The Health Ministry has stated clearly that no one has died in the country because of coronavirus so far.
आज के कुछ समाचार पत्रों में ये न्यूज़ देखा गया कि कोरोना वायरस का एक अफेक्टेड केस था मुर्शिदाबाद में जिसकी मृत्यु हो गई है, लेकिन मैं इस विषय में ये क्लैरिफाई करना चाहता हूँ कि उनकी जो रिपोर्ट है वो नेगेटिव है। इसका अर्थ ये हुआ कि देश में कोरोना वायरस से अभी कोई मृत्यु नहीं हुई है, ऐसा कोई मामला सामने नहीं आया है।
Cabinet Secretary also held a meeting with officials to take a stock of the situation on Monday evening. Even at the state level, all measures are being taken and several rounds of meetings are being held. Officials held assessment meetings in Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala, Rajasthan and elsewhere on Monday. Clearly, the central and state governments are taking all steps to ensure the virus doesn't spread any further. People need to avoid panicking while taking precautions. With Nityendra Singh in Delhi, Newsnight Desk, DD India.
And the world is reeling under the coronavirus assault. The number of people infected worldwide has gone beyond 1.1 lakh and the death toll has crossed 3,800 mark. Fresh cases in China are declining, but the death toll in Italy jumped from 133 to 366 in a single day. Severe restrictions have been imposed in a large part of the country's north, triggering a prison riot. And the World Health Today, WHO, has declared the coronavirus as the pandemic.
The deadly COVID-19 virus seems unstoppable, literally, as it continues to expand footprints across the globe as nations scramble to contain the spread. The count of infected people around the globe has gone past 110,000 and the death toll has crossed the figure of 3,800. New cases are piling up with regular frequency and nations are announcing desperate measures to contain the virus. China reported 22 new deaths on Monday from the epidemic and the lowest number of fresh cases since January. There were 40 new cases nationwide, with the most in Hubei. The 22 deaths bring the country's toll to 3,119. The numbers in China have been generally declining in recent weeks. The number of fatalities in Italy nearly tripled, rising from 133 to 366 on Sunday. Most deaths occurred in the hard-hit Lombardy region in Italy's wealthy north. The country now has the most deaths of any country outside China and second most COVID-19 infections in the world, after the number of cases rose by a single-day record of 1,492 to 7,375. Death toll in France has reached 19, while in the US, the count has risen to 21 and about 100 persons are confirmed to be infected with the virus. After initially being denied entry, the Regal Princess cruise ship was permitted to dock in Florida on Sunday after 2 crew members tested negative for coronavirus. Many nations have decided to completely isolate large territories as other methods to check the spread have proved inconsequential. Inmates in 4 Italian prisons revolted over new rules introduced to contain the coronavirus outbreak, leaving 1 prisoner dead and many injured. The prisoners at jail, at least 4 places spread over Italy, revolted over measures, including a ban on family visits. Italy had announced sweeping quarantine early on Sunday, for its northern regions and restricted movements of a quarter of its people. The measures will continue until April 3rd. France has banned all gatherings of more than 1,000 people in an attempt to slow the spread. Saudi Arabia has closed off air and sea travels to 9 nations affected by the new coronavirus spread. Qatar has also temporarily banned entry of people coming from 14 countries in the wake of the outbreak. The Marshall Islands has taken the radical step of banning all inbound air travelers for a 2-week period in a bid to prevent the novel coronavirus reaching the Pacific island nation. Bangladesh has decided to postpone the March 17 grand inaugural ceremony of the birth centenary celebrations of its founder Sheikh Mujibur Rahman hours after 3 coronavirus cases were detected in the country. The year-long celebrations were scheduled to open amid massive festivities in Dhaka on March 17 and was expected to be attended by several foreign dignitaries including Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Newsnight Desk, DD India.
Moving on to the next story, the probe into the Yes Bank scam gathered pace on the Monday with the Central Bureau of Investigation carrying out raids at 7 locations in Mumbai. It also lodged an FIR naming 5 companies and 7 accused, including Rana Kapoor's wife and 3 daughters. On the Yes Bank reconstruction front, the Yes Bank administrator has said that the moratorium imposed on the bank could be lifted within a week's time. Here's a more report.
The CBI carried out searches at 7 locations on Monday in connection with the Yes Bank scam case pertaining to 600 crore rupees alleged bribe to the family of its co-founder Rana Kapoor by DHFL. Teams of CBI officers carried out operations at residence and official premises of the accused in Mumbai. The CBI has named in the FIR 5 companies, 7 individuals, including Kapoor's wife and 3 daughters and unidentified people. Besides Rana Kapoor, CBI has booked his wife Bindu, daughters Roshni, Rakhi and Radha, Kapil Vadhavan, promoter of Dewan Housing Finance Corporation Limited, and Dheeraj Rajesh Kumar Vadhavan, director of RKW Developers Private Limited, a company linked to DHFL, have also been named as accused. DHFL, RKW Developers Private Limited, Do It Urban Ventures controlled by the Kapoor family, RAB Enterprises India Private Limited, in which Bindu Rana Kapoor was director, and Morgan Credits Private Limited, in which Rana Kapoor's daughters were directors, are also named as accused. The agency has alleged that Kapoor entered into a criminal conspiracy with Kapil Vadhavan for round-tripping of funds where loans from Yes Bank to DHFL landed in companies owned by Rana Kapoor's daughters, Do It Urban Ventures India Private Limited. The agency has alleged that between April and June 2018, Yes Bank invested 3,700 crore rupees in short-term debentures of DHFL. In return of these Yes Bank funds, Vadhavan allegedly invested 600 crore in a company of Kapoor's daughters, Do It Urban Ventures India Private Limited, which the CBI alleges to be a bribe to Kapoor for Yes Bank investments. DHFL is alleged to have siphoned off 31,000 crore rupees out of total bank loans of 97,000 crore using a web of multiple shell companies. The bank's operations are being probed by Enforcement Directorate and Central Bureau of Investigation, and its founder Rana Kapoor was arrested on Sunday. Centre has assured that all measures were being taken to ensure the safety of depositors' money.
CBI ED अपना काम कर रही है, विदेश जाने पर उनका लुकआउट नोटिस निकल चुका है और इसके अलावा जो भी कार्रवाई होगी वो की जाएगी। और हमने पहले दिन से स्पष्ट किया है कि मोदी सरकार में भ्रष्टाचार, इस पर पूरी तरह से लगाम लगाई जाएगी। हमने 6 वर्षों तक ईमानदार सरकार दी है और अगर कोई देश में देश की जनता की गाड़ी कमाई का पैसा लूट कर लेकर जाएगा तो उसके खिलाफ पूर्व में भी हमने कार्रवाई की, अब भी हम कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं, भविष्य में भी कार्रवाई करने से संकोच नहीं।
Meanwhile, share of Yes Bank on Monday zoomed over 32% after State Bank of India said that it will pick up 49% stake in the cash-strapped lender for rupees 2,450 crore. The scrip witnessed a sharp rise, spiking 40%. During the day, it closed 31.17% higher at 21.25 rupees. Newsnight Desk, DD India.
Moving on, the Olympic bronze medalist Mary Kom in the 51 kg secured her second appearance at the Mega Quadrennial Games with a flawless 5-0 win over Irish Magno of the Philippines as she entered the semi-finals of the Asian Ocean Olympic qualifiers in Amman. With Mary's win, the India now has 8 quotas for the Tokyo 2020 Games. Riding on her barrage of a left cross and clear punches, the 6-time world champion established her supremacy early on the bout and refused to relent on the match progressed. Simranjit Kaur in 60 kg defeated the Naumoon Monkar of the Mongolia 5-0 to book her Tokyo Olympic spot. Vikas Krishan also defeated Japan's Quincy Mensah and in the men's 69 kg quarterfinals of the Asian Olympic qualifiers in the Amman on the Sunday to book his spot on the Tokyo Olympics 2020. It was a hard-fought win for the Indian boxers as he had to stage a brilliant comeback after losing the first round of the bout. Earlier, Pooja Rani also booked her spot after beating the Thailand's Punya Chuti in the 75 kg women category quarterfinals, and she became the first Indian boxer to seal their berth in the 2020 Olympics. Rani defeated her 18-year-old rival 5-0 to be assured of a medal as well as her maiden Olympic spot in the Asian Ocean Olympic qualifying the tournament. The 29-year-old will face the reigning of the world and the Asian champion Li Qin and the China of the semi-final encounter. The celebration of Holi and the Holika then has taken place in the different parts of the country. A large bonfire is lit and that helps in burning out the evil spirit. The spirit and the fervor of Holi can already seen to be mounting in the several places of religious significances like Mathura and Varanasi. Holi is being celebrated across the country and many parts of the world by Indian diaspora. Holi, the festival of colors, is one of the major festivals of India that is observed at the month of March after full moon. Holi could be seen in the air, water, soil, faces and bodies in several parts of the country, particularly in those places like Mathura, Vrindavan and Varanasi, which have a close affinity with the festivals of revelry. The men and the women come to the streets smearing gulal on each other's face, and in some places youngsters were seen playing Holi near their homes with turmeric and indigo powder, flour and such other homemade products due to coronavirus scare. And on the eve of the Holi celebration, President Ramnath Kovind has greeted the countrymen on the eve of Holi. In his message, the President said the festival of colors signals the end of winter and the advent of spring. As the harbinger of hope, it has a special place in our cultural calendar. Its celebration across the country are marked by a rare vivacity across the generations. Holi, with its myriad colors, is also the best reflections of our diversity and multicultural heritage. Also, Vice President Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu has extended good wishes to people on occasion of Holi. In his message, he said Holi festival is a time for family and friends to come together and rejoice in the spirit of unity, brotherhood and affection. He said the lighting on the bonfire on the eve of Holi symbolizes the triumph of virtue over evil. And he also called upon the people to strive to strengthen the bonds of friendship and amity in the Holi, which holds the society together. Now coming to the next story, the 20 Madhya Pradesh ministers who were present in the cabinet meeting on Monday have submitted their resignations to Chief Minister Kamal Nath and asked him to reconstitute cabinet amid 17 legislators loyal to Jyotiraditya Scindia flew to Bangalore. As his government appeared to be on a sticky wicket, the Kamal Nath, who met Congress President Sonia Gandhi in Delhi to discuss the political situation as well as nominees for the Rajya Sabha election, cut short his visit and returned to Bhopal on Monday night.
अभी मंत्रियों ने जो उपस्थित थे उन्होंने मुख्यमंत्री जी को अपने इस्तीफे सौंप दिए और उनसे आग्रह किया है कि आप मंत्रिमंडल का पुनर्गठन अपने हिसाब से कर लें।
कैबिनेट की एक आवश्यक बैठक मुख्यमंत्री निवास में हुई, जिसमें हम लोगों ने सारे मंत्रियों ने लगभग 20 मंत्रियों ने अपने इस्तीफे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को दे दिए हैं।
And now lakhs of the women took part in the famous Attukal Pongal, which is one of the largest religious congregations of the women in Thiruvananthapuram. Braving the scorching heat, devotees from the state and the outside converged in the temple grounds, both sides of the highways, roads and bylines, and prepared a pongal, a sweet offering on makeshift brick stoves. Unlike previous years, women devotees, including children and the elders, could be seen wearing face masks while preparing the offerings as a precautionary measure in the wake of the virus outbreak. And that was all in this edition, but keep watching the Doordarshan News. Till then, take care and wish you all the happy Holi. Namaskar.